What up, people? It's Nickopz here, and today I'm going to be talking about the new character in Mortal Kombat 1, John Cena. So, let's get right into it. This is my first impressions video. So, every time there's a new character, I kind of do I don't want to say a guide on them. I kind of do a first impressions, but you can kind of call this a mini guide because I'm going to be telling you how he's played, his strengths, his weaknesses, what he does, and when the character first comes out, I make a first impressions video, and then like after a week or two, then I make a final impressions video. So, my first impressions of this character, it's kind of mixed, and I'll get into that in a bit. First things first, I want to mention that I don't think the character is bad by any means. This character is definitely a good character, but as per usual, when a DLC character comes out, besides Quan Chi, people usually gas them up a lot because they're like, oh, they got this, they got this, they got this. They go over all their strengths, but never really talk about their weaknesses. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. So, first of all, I think this character is good. Let's make that clear right now. When I make the final impressions video, I definitely don't think I'm going to be saying this character is bad by any means. I think the character is actually very good, but not as good as I've been seeing people say online. Now, like I said, I could be wrong about that. This is a first impression video, but let's go over John Cena a bit. Let's talk about some of John Cena's tools. So first of all, he has this amazing forward advance in mid. That mid is very, very good. Even though it's 19 frame startup, it got some range on it and it's forward advancing. It's okay if moves are slow as long as they're, as long as they have a big hitbox or they're forward advancing. So off of this, he gets some crazy damage. Now, it's not optimal by any means because the character just came out, so we don't really know the optimal combos yet, but
Sonic
he can
boom.
come like that into this.
Torpedo.
And I'm pretty sure you can get like 2 more damage than that, but that's not even like optimal. That's off of a mid, and that's 2 cameo calls and 1 bar, and that's half of your life. And even with just 1,
Sonic boom.
keep in mind, I don't know the optimals by any means, but you probably could have got 2 more off of that. That's almost like if I would have did the other hits, that would have been like 45 off of a mid. A mid check that's forward advancing and has range. That's 45 damage. That damage is crazy. His damage is absolutely insane. And like I said, we're talking about all the good things about him first. So his damage is insane, and he doesn't get zoned out at all. He has a force field move where he ignores projectiles. He has this. That's an overhead, so that's also going to have some synergy with Kung Lao assist. So we go ahead and set him to block here. Like, you could do ugly stuff like that to fake them out, or you could just do that, and then you're just in. Or you could just call it torpedo, you're in. He doesn't have any like crazy, how can I put it? He doesn't have anything that's going to like stop him from getting in. John Cena is going to get in. Like, you're not going to keep John Cena out. When John Cena wants to get in, he's going to get in. He has the force field. He has this. He has torpedo. You're not keeping this character out by any means. Like, he's going to get in. And look how long this force field lasts. Like, that's a good while. So, he can get it. He can get in, no problem. He has really good mids when he's up close. And now let's talk about his tick game. He has this right here. So off of this is like the star of this character. Before I saw this right here, I thought this character was really bad. Without this character would be really bad. So this right here gives him access to a tick. Now you can duck it, but this is Mortal Kombat 1, which means even if they duck it, he has this, which he doesn't get a lot of reward off of that unless you have like a different assist. But off of this, if they want to start ducking your stuff,
Sonic
you
boom.
can go right into that. But people are like,
Sonic
oh, well,
boom.
that's unsaved. That's minus 26. Doesn't matter. This is MK1.
Sonic boom.
You have stuff like that. You can find
Sonic
ways
boom.
to keep yourself safe in this game. So this right here is dumb, like 1000%. This is stupid because he can just throw out this string, and then now you have to guess for your life because he's gonna hit you with that and do all types of conversions and everything with his amazing damage and just like oppress you. So yes, this character definitely has good strings when he's up close, and then like this is +3, so he can stagger this in your face a lot. And then he has another one that's another string that's close. He has really good buttons when he's like in your face. So he has solid buttons when he's in. He can get in no problem. He has amazing damage, and he has Eagly. Now, Eagly gets him some good stuff in my opinion. Eagly gets him full screen conversion. Now this is just like
Torpedo.
Kano assist, but you can call now Eagly is a mid. His original projectile right here, this projectile is kind of 50-50 because the draw speed is really bad, but it's a shot. The shot is actually a decent speed. Now, this would be really dumb if all of these were mid. If he shot once and then meter burned and the last two were mids, this character would be absolutely insane. But no, that doesn't happen. So his mind game when he's zoning you is to shoot you with these and then like check you with an Eagly every once in a while. Now, the forward Eagly goes low and this Eagly goes mid. So when he is checking you with the projectiles and everything, he wants to do Eagly and then probably like call whatever his assistant skills is, and then he can get a full screen conversion, and then John Cena is in there again. And he is really a bully character, so that's like mainly all the good with the character. Then once he gets to the corner, he has easy like corner conversions with this freaking ugly move right here. That move is so ugly.
Torpedo.
Like, you're gonna have really good conversions in the corner with that move right there. Really good pressure with the staggers and everything. Now, let's talk about his weaknesses, because this is what I feel like people aren't talking about. Now, this might not be a big deal to a lot of people, but it is personally a big deal to me. Now, something that people do not point out about this character, he does not have a low or an overhead starter. That is a really, really big deal. I cannot remember any character in any NRS game, like as of late, that does not have a overhead or a low starter. Like, not having one is common, but this character does not have a low or an overhead. The only character in this game, well, matter of fact, he doesn't even have a overhead or low beginner, because I was gonna say Scorpion is the only character in this game that I can think of that doesn't have a low and an overhead starter, doesn't have either or. But at least Scorpion can go overhead. No, he doesn't have an overhead starter. At least he can do the low starter. Even though it's bad, he can at least do it. This character does not have a overhead or low starter at all. That is a big deal. Some people might not think it is a big deal, but with a character, this is going to get you so far. If this was a mid, if the mix-up to get into this was a mid, it wouldn't be that bad, but it's still a thing. So what I mean by that is I'm not writing this character off by any means. What I'm saying is, even with all of these strengths, he has one big glaring weakness, and that's okay. Like, that's no problem. He doesn't have an overhead or a low starter, so there are going to be some people that are going to turtle up against this character, and he might have a problem opening some people up, but it's not a big deal as long as you don't mind going in and being risky and doing the 2-2 mind games into this, and of course grabbing a lot. Now, if once people figure out like the grab combos like he can get off of this or something, then that's gonna make that glaring weakness irrelevant. I've seen he could get something with Cyrax off of this, but Cyrax is not a good assist. So if with some more labbing, if he can get some combos off of this and then find a character that lets him keep his safety off of calling this right here and eagerly like Kano, because if Kano got him this right here, I'm trying to see if it doesn't look like it works, but if Kano got him a combo off of that, this would be his go-to assist, like, by far. But what will make this character perfect is he keeps the loops off of the gunshot damage, and he keeps the safety with eagerly, because if we go to the block in here, with Kano, you get some like pseudo safety with the eagerly and everything. So we had a character that gave him safety off eagerly, helped him with his full screen conversions, and he had like a grab combo, then he would be absolutely insane. But I do think he is very good. I just don't think he's absolutely insane right now. If once people open him up, if we find an assist that gives him all of that, because he is lacking, you know, just the straight up opening you up department. That's the only department he's lacking in, though. So it's not a big deal. Well, I don't want to say it's not a big deal. It means something. It means he's not perfect, and that's fine. So to sum it all up, I think this character is very good. Where do I rate him at right now? I think he is around the top 10 area. Not, I don't know about top 10, but around that area somewhere. Like, I think he's better than Omni-Man for sure. Actually, is he the best? Yeah, he is the best DLC character to come out for sure. He's 100% better than Omni-Man in my opinion, but I don't think he is like a top 5 contender like people are starting to say. I just don't see it as of now. But like I said, this is the first impressions video. That could end up changing. This is just how I see the character right now. I think he has the tools to impress you. Really good tools to go in with. A lot of stuff that a lot of people are going to like, but not having an overhead or a low starter is a really big deal, because you can get away with not having one in this game or any in our game, but not having both is kind of a big deal. But his other strengths are so good that that kind of doesn't matter, but it still does matter, if it makes sense. So that's all I pretty much have to say about Peacemaker right now. I can't wait to see what people do with this character. This character is definitely cool, fun, and interesting, and I think it's their best DLC character so far. Omni-Man was cool, but for like, you know, a couple days till people derped him up, and then Quan Chi was trash. Now we have Peacemaker. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and Nickopz out.